My friends, I hope you're well today. Thanks for being here. It's Brian. So I spent 16 years in the corporate world. In the latter part of that as an executive before starting my own companies about 7 years ago. I work for myself now. I've had 3 successful companies. And I don't tell you all that to tell you how awesome I am. I'm telling you all that to give you some broader context for what I'm going to discuss today, which is 4 things that can make you successful at literally anything you do. And I've learned this from this highly complex senior position in the corporate world to starting my own companies, where at the beginning of that, literally every day you're watching your bank account dwindle and you're like, man, I have really got to figure out how to be successful here as quickly as possible, or I'm going to go back to a job I don't want to work, right? So these concepts come from both of these positions. The other part is, for my spiritual people out there, when you think about manifesting your ideal life and bringing that into your reality, these are the practical things you're going to do every day as you start to embody this person in that highest vision that you have. So let's get into it. Thing number 1 is you need to be detail oriented. So a lot of us are just in a rush to get things done, right? Think about like if you have something to do at work or something to do in your personal life, you're just hurried because you feel like there's the weight of all these things that you have to do. So you're in a hurry to get it done. And what most people don't do is focus on all the details and everything that they're doing to make sure that the job is perfected, essentially, right? And there's 2 parts of this. The first part is asking why you're doing things a certain way. If you're working at a company, why are we doing it this way? And understanding the reasoning, even if it's not changing, you're understanding the reasoning behind doing a certain thing a certain way. And then the other thing is when you're delivering something to somebody, a product or a service or something at your job, you're making sure that all of the aspects of what you were trying to complete were done properly. You're looking at the result and you're saying, did I cover everything I intended to cover here? Are there any questions that somebody is going to ask me that it still need to be answered? So you've thought through everything. And this is going to just distinguish you from everybody else, because people are going to start to recognize that you're not missing anything in the work that you're doing. So that's thing number 1, detail orientation. The second thing is a sense of urgency. We need to feel like when we're working on something that we're pushing the process along. A lot of people are working on some timeline, right? And the only thing they're thinking about in their mind is, oh, well, I only have to deliver this by the timeline. And a lot of times they're actually waiting for other things to happen before they work on what they need to work on. But if we're thinking about pushing the process along, having a sense of urgency, communicating with people, and trying to actually deliver earlier, this is also going to distinguish you in anything else that you do, because people are going to start to say, hey, this person, whenever I work with them, they're super efficient. They get it done more quickly. They lead the process. It takes the burden off me. So having this sense of urgency and communicating with people is another just incredibly distinguishing factor in the way you do things. The third piece is consistency. And this is one of the biggest challenges I see with people, especially in terms of places that they want to grow. We have to be a person of consistency. So we have to have continued repetition in this thing that we're doing, and especially the areas where we're trying to grow, where we don't know yet, we don't have the knowledge yet. We have to stay on it to build that muscle memory and start to see the data that comes back from what we're actually doing to build our own intelligence somewhere, right? So as you work to build consistency in something, you also start to believe, you start to have the self-image that you're a person of consistency. And when you change your self-image, the way you feel about your ability to show up every day, your external world starts to give you more success, realizing that you're pushing that direction and you're actually changing your identity, right? So I'm going to give you an exercise in this. Find one thing that you can do every day, whether it's exercise, whether it's building your knowledge in an area you're interested in, journaling, meditation, anything like this. Find something that you can do every day consistently, because once you capture one thing that you're doing consistently, you can expand it to other things. The last thing, and this is just something I try to tell people all the time to be super courageous about and more aggressive about, is surround yourself with people that are already successful in the areas you're looking to be successful in. This is the biggest shortcut in the world. People that are already successful will tell you how to do it. They'll tell you about, hey, here's what not to do, here's what to do, because they've already been through the waves of success, right? And they have this amazing perspective on how to be successful in what you're looking to do. And the craziest part about this is a lot of successful people, there's not a ton of people approaching them to get this information because people are intimidated or worried that they don't know a lot. And so what I found is like 90% of these successful people, if you approach them in the right way with respect and thoughtfulness and knowing something about who they are, they will literally give you the secrets to everything that they've done and cut your time down just dramatically in anything you're trying to accomplish. So if you can put into practice these 4 things, you're going to set yourself apart from literally anybody in anything that you're doing. Not that it's a competition, but this is simply for you to build your own success more quickly. So let's hit them again. Number 1 is to be detail oriented. Number 2 is a sense of urgency. Number 3 is be consistent, show up every day. And number 4 is be courageous to reach out to these successful people, surround yourself with successful people, and let them give you the shortcut to build the success in the areas that you're looking for. I wish you the best on these. If you have any specific questions about any of these concepts specifically, hit me in the comments. You're going to do great with these. I can't wait to hear about your success. I'll talk to you soon.